Hey, welcome back to Trapper Snore. Willie and I are going to make some big batch wax dirt today, and we need to do this while the sun is still shining and it's warm outside. So let's check it out. Right, so I should start with some sand that doesn't have as much stuff in it in the first place. But this was like free stuff, so I'm putting my time into, well, almost free. I got a truckload to my house for using in my lawn. So it's amazing how much big stuff is left in there. So I'm gonna dump this off, and then you can see what we have left is perfect for our wax sand for trapping. And this sifter is pretty slick. It has 4 different size screens that fit into it, and I'm using the smallest screen because I just want it to be super fine. So I'm taking some of the bulk out of my sand. This is all the big stuff and the organic material that I don't want to have in there, but I'll have quite a few buckets of good stuff. I am getting my sand and dirt mixture dried out in the sun today for our wax dirt production. So just gonna shovel it up right now and put it in the buckets because it's all dry. All right, fast forward. I did shovel it all up and I'm kind of pooped. So let's see, I got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, lucky 13, a baker's dozen of buckets, and one little dog pooped too. Right now, all the dirt is dry from the sun, so I got to put it away because I don't want it to get dew on it in the morning. And we'll come back another day and get the wax out and get the cement mixer out and start waxing it up. Anybody who's watched me in the past, you'll know that I've done small batch wax dirt. And hey, you got to start somewhere. So I started with dry dirt, and then I sifted it through my regular trap bedding sifter just to make sure there were no rocks or sticks in it. And then I used this hotel pan method. Put a Coleman stove underneath this. Yeah, smells good, huh, Willie? And basically scrape my dirt around with my wax in there until it was 140 degrees or so. So I just put the dirt in there. I took a seat at my fur shed and I stirred it around with my spatula, and it was fun. And who knows, I might do it again someday. However, each year I tend to run out of wax dirt now. So for the small trap line and, you know, your maybe 5 to 15 traps and your winter season, depending on where you are, maybe you can make enough in the small batch and you're fine with that. Also remember, we don't always have to use wax dirt to weatherproof traps. Last year I started using some plastic bags. Guys use peat moss, and we also have buckwheat hulls, and we have dry grass, and there's other ways to set your trap and make it resilient to the weather, let's say. I'd never say weatherproof. But wax dirt is pretty awesome. It's enveloping your trap in a waterproof layer of dirt that when you have freeze thaw, like we have really bad here in New York, you're able to still have a functioning trap. Earlier episode this year, I went out and had a harrowing time because I went to the wrong location and started to pull an orange cement mixer out of somebody's home early in the morning like this, and I was at the wrong home. That was nuts. Good thing they didn't have security cameras. They'd probably be arresting me already. I put it back and I ran out of there once I knew it was a couple houses down the road, and I got this one. It's a Harbor Freight cement mixer used. I think I paid $100. And yeah, we're gonna try it out today. We're gonna heat it up with a torch. We're gonna throw our wax dirt recipe in there. So where do you get the dirt? You know, traditionally trappers went to like barns and dry basements and under bridges and places where you can find dirt that's dry. You can also just source your own dirt at your own house and put it out on a tarp in the sun and let it dry. I happen to have a delivery of soil to my house this season, so I took a bunch of that and I mixed it with some cheap all-purpose sand. Just keep in mind the all-purpose sand is where the little pebbles come from. Okay, so what's the recipe? It's going to be 2 cups of flake wax. It's this stuff here. And flake wax is the easiest because it's already in small particles, so it's going to roll with your dirt and melt and then coat everything evenly. But if you can find cheaper block wax and grate it up yourself, it's going to work. It's just nice to have this flake wax. And right now this is going for, I think this is $15 for a 5-pound bag. So normally they come in 10-pound bags for 30 bucks. And that's just the going rate right now. Anybody can let me know if you find it any cheaper. So 2 cups of flake wax for 1 gallon of dry dirt. I'm actually not sure how many gallons of dry dirt my cement mixer will take, but I would love it if it would take 1 5-gallon bucket of this wonderful dry dirt, because then I could just do batches pretty quick. So let's give it a try. Honestly, I think 5 gallons is going to be okay. It's only in the bottom of the cement mixer, so I think we're going to be good. Let's crank this on. So I have this propane torch. You can buy these on Amazon. I'll put all the links in the description, but these guys are designed for like burning your weeds on your driveway and walkways. So you can tell that's dry. Pretty rusty. Well, I got away from the noise a little bit, but so far it's 90 degrees, and one thing nice about this compared to my small batch is muscle power. So the cement mixer is doing all the work. 103, so we're gonna keep on rocking. Takes a little while for the first batch to get that barrel warmed up. 117. Now that the wax is starting to melt, less dust is coming out. You can see that the wax is melting because the dirt's starting to look wet. Working pretty good. A lot easier than trying to scrape it all out by hand. Going into the bucket. Perfect. It's pretty cool to see the before and the after. So this is waxed dirt. All this dirt is coated nice, looks wet. As it cools, it will clump. So we're going to spread this out on a tarp. Got a nice place in the shade here so that it'll cool off, and then I can just break it up and put it back in the bucket. The second batch took about half the time. Picking up the tarp to get it in a big pile. Kind of helps break it up too. And then right back in the bucket. There's some chunks in here, but those are, when I'm at the trap set, I'm probably gonna throw this through the sifter quick anyways, but they break up in your hands real easy. Okay, we got the wax dirt done, so here's the big test. All right. Totally separate. Pour that out. Obviously getting a little bit of the dirt poured out too. But that's dry dirt. If you're a beginning trapper, you don't need to make wax dirt. Of course, you could do that small batch, but it's just another one of those tools for trapping that can help us out. We have almost 1,500 subscribers. That's pretty cool. I promise you, I work hard on these videos to promote the benefits of trapping, not only for the trapper, but also for the wild animals and for the community at large. So please subscribe if you haven't. Let's get pushed up over 1,500 subscribers so we can get more of this content out there in the world. If you have to have a wheeler on your trap line, you'll like the next episode coming, because we're going to talk about the pros and cons of an ATV or a UTV. Have a good one, everyone, and remember, Trapper Snore, sustainable, natural, organic, and renewable resource.